Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Play the Hits. This is Super Mario RPG, and Max, I forget what the hell you do in this place. I know we gotta reunite Mallow with his family and kill that big-ass bird, but
Yeah, I know pretty early on the only thing I can remember is going into the castle and hiding
the
from
nuts
that
and bolts
huge
kind of
dumb bird.
elude me here. I know we talked to the guy at the inn, or whatever he is.
We can't just have Mallow come out and be like, I'm the prince, bitch.
Motherfucker, I own this castle.
I'm assuming you talked to some wise old man or something.
Well, we talked to the dude who recognized Mallow from the statue.
Yeah.
How do we get into the castle? Do you know about the royal bus? Maybe we take the royal bus? He's done by the king. It's parked now due to the fact that he's ill. Okay, let's go try to steal the bus. I don't think that's it, but
I don't think that's what we do.
Seems likely enough, right? Mario just like pops a whole thing of Mad Dog 2020 and just commandeers the bus. I think it's supposed to be
this
up
is
here.
a modern game. There would be like 5 ways to get into the castle. And
Yeah, right.
What you're saying would be one of them.
You're gonna take the stealthy approach. You're gonna drive that bus into the fucking royal hall.
You're just gonna kill the guards.
All right, let's see here. I feel like if I had
Where
paid
their
more,
face is your face.
if I had paid more, yeah. Oh god. Hello, Clarice. No, I feel like if I'd paid more attention to that guy who was making the Mallow statue, we'd have some more to go off of. So let's go back and find
even if
him.
I paid attention, I don't remember what he said.
I never pay attention during our streams. What the hell is this?
Oh, what?
What is this? Is this a
The
thing?
the camera panned up there for a reason.
It did, right?
I mean, it must have. It's seriously the first time I've seen that. It was like a pan up.
Yeah, that was
Really?
weird
Really?
and
Come on.
fruitless. Okay, whatever. Now where the hell is that? Is this it? You seen the volcano? Not yet. And hopefully I never will.
It's just like, you will. God.
So now,
What does that
immediately
mean?
after beating this part, right, we can get Mario's ultimate weapon, right?
I think so. I mean, you need the seeds, which we have, and you need something else. I'm pretty sure.
I may have you Google that just so we don't
I feel
miss
like-
it inadvertently.
The shiny stone is part of it, and I don't remember if you got that at Moleville or not yet.
I don't think so, but...
Which you need to trade for the fireworks, which I don't.
Okay,
think
you're right. We do
have.
have to do some trading. That might be episode 2 of tonight. Given that this is just a story playthrough, I say we just get that and blast through. Okay, so let's see
this is-
here.
yeah,
Are
here
you
we go.
ready? Oh, okay, cool. So we just talked to this guy. and
Ready
he
for what?
Takes us in. I don't. Oh
Damn.
God. He starts just blowing Mario.
What did I agree to?
Hello? Are you ready? What was that?
Making a Mario statue?
Was that?
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
wait.
that's right. Yes.
When did we agree to capers last time? I don't. This guy is
yeah,
like
we really
totally
didn't-
in on sneaking you into the castle.
We really paid that conversation no mind.
This guy's like, all right, if you get caught, I'm dead. Okay, so
Please,
but I trust you, Mario.
They will execute me publicly and brutally. The king of Nimbus Land does not fuck around.
I think you blew him. Like something happened last time.
Oh man, what was
This guy trusts you with his life.
that bit I was just doing? Was that Tommy Boy or
When's that?
oh, the Chris Farley movie? It was either Tommy Boy or Black Sheep, where he's in the hotel room and David Spade's sleeping, and he goes, "You want mint for pillow? You want sake sake?" He's like, "What kind of hotel is this?"
Oh my god, those, because both of those are David Spade and Chris Farley. Aren't they?
I forget. Like, I remember overall which one is which. Black Sheep is the where his brother's running for the Senate or something, and then Tommy Boy is the one
he
where
has
he's
to take over the company or something.
selling the auto
Okay.
parts. Yeah, but I don't. But the
I
individual
think it was Tommy
bits,
Boy then.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Yeah, the individual bits kind of run together for me. Yeah, I guess they would be in a... Well, no, because they run away in Black Sheep as well, because he's framed for burning down the rec center, and so he has to go into hiding with David Spade.
I swear, the only time I've ever seen those movies was with you at your mom's house.
Dude, those were great movies.
Sure, they were funny.
I
Actually didn't see, there's a few, like, I never saw Airplane until I was like 23.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, Addie showed me that one.
Oh, that's a classic.
But it's funny because I've seen a lot of the other, oh god, what's his name? Naked Gun and
Oh,
Airplane.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. That's
Yeah.
right. I was like, isn't that like a feminine name? Yeah.
I almost fucking
Leslie
said
Nielsen.
Lindsay Lohan. I'm like, what the fuck? No. Wrong.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Airplane's funny, but it's like I freaking love the Naked Gun movies. They're just so freaking stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah,
those
and
are
then
classics.
Mafia was another one. I don't think Leslie Nielsen was in that one, but it was another. I feel like someone was behind it or something, or it's just like, that kind of humor that you find in those movies and
Right.
Spaceballs and whatnot.
There's some
I don't know. I want to
80s
say like Mel Brooks is behind it or involved with it somehow, but
Oh, yeah. But, there are, like, a bunch of 80s and 90s comedies that have aged extraordinarily well.
yeah,
Like, that's not true for most comedies, honestly. But there were some good ones in kind of the mid-80s to mid-90s. And then I kind of feel like, I don't know, they became more like shock value starting in the early 2000s. Like, I enjoyed The Hangover, for instance, but not one of my favorites of all time. Like, I could make do with it, because there was just, like, most comedies just aren't that good anymore.
I'd agree. Yeah,
But
They're not-
that's
yeah.
kind of the prime example of a really successful one in kind of the modern era. But when you look at it, too, I mean, it just kind of, like, is over the top in, like, the hijinks and profanity and everything. And I, look who's talking here. I think the key to successful use of profanity is saving it for the point of most impact as far as comedy goes.
yeah, that's true.
So, like, the best example I can think of is right at the end of Black Sheep. Okay, hold on a second. Jump to avoid getting pecked. All right. The best example I can think of is actually in Black Sheep, where, they don't really drop any hard F-bombs or shits or anything like that, except for maybe once or twice in the movie. But then the villain, that woman, she's giving her acceptance speech, and she goes, and now this day I am proud to say, and she sees Chris Farley. Holy shit! Sup, fucker? Oh, I love this guy.
He's gonna go back. Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, wait a minute. I always blow this. I don't know why. It's not hard. Ooh.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah, see, there's something about the timing. Wait a minute. I'm gonna fucking get you, Mario.
This is the frickin' Bauer, what's his name, all over again.
You mean to tell me he didn't see that last jump? Oh!
Oh God! Wow.
That was luck. I'm glad that they give you more than one shot.
Yeah,
at
you
it.
get like 3 shots at it or something.
Yeah, like if you blow the first, like if you accidentally jump too soon, then you can still jump again.
Ooh.
Picked up a feather. What does
It's
that
like a
do?
good accessory. It's a good accessory or
Oh,
something.
it's an accessory. Okay.
I think so.
And I think also if he pecks you, I don't think you're punished too hard. I think you just end up in a fight.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Oh, that does shit.
Well, the amulet's like one of the best things in the game.
Speed up by 20. Okay, that's kind of nice. What
Maybe
does Bowser
Toadstool?
have? Prevents mutant poison.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
You'll win her heart with this.
What does the beat-up ring do? We looked it up, I
Oh,
feel
that's
like.
right. Can you look that up again? Because before I replace it, I want to make sure. It certainly doesn't do anything with status ailments, because I know Peach was taking them quite heavily last episode.
B-tub ring.
Zoom shoes are now useless. Anyways, I'm going to keep progressing while you figure that out. In that same window, too, look up the lazy shell.
Oh, it does nothing unless you have the mystery egg, which you buy at the shop in Moleville.
Oh,
And while the ring
wow.
is equipped, use the mystery egg 10 times. You'll get the
Interesting.
Lamb's Lore item. After that, the B-tub ring is useless, unless you find it to bridge the uneasiness between Mario and Peach and cannot... What? Okay, no, that's not. That's
Okay, so we've really got to unequip that. In other words, wow, we've had Peach with a completely useless accessory for
Yeah,
literally the
seriously,
entire
what?
time we've had her.
I think we figured that out, and we meant to take it off, but we never did.
Is that right? I don't... Yeah, anyways. I'm stupid.
Well, I mean, I think she's the perfect person to put the feather on.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
it's
that
like
way
if
she
you
can
need
heal.
curing real quick.
Yeah, she can heal first thing. Does the B-Tub ring, like, actively lower your stats, too? Because that really sucks. Anyway, well,
Why?
lesson learned and applied, I guess. Let's fucking go.
Playing on hard mode, didn't even need to.
Right? Welcome back to Play the Hits. We're gonna kill fucking Shy Guy. Oh, we got some new weapons, so I have to remember the timing for each of them. Jawful's awake now.
Man, I got really hard into. I think Eddie was texting you about.
You got really hard, eh?
The computer building. Oh, this is the epileptic occurring spiky chain.
Oh yes.
And I think, unfortunately, that's like his best weapon for a long time.
The chain, yeah.
I remember that one being useful for a while.
Does that go all the way up until the drill claw?
Maybe that might be like his second best or something. I don't think most people are like that. Like, say if you weren't to get the lazy shell, there's like 3 other weapons for Mario, 2 or 3 others for Peach. But yeah, I feel like that spiky chain is good for a while. Spike blink, whatever.
Yeah, you're right. I never paid attention to that before, but now I am noticing it. It doesn't help that I'm seeing echoes of it on my right screen, like out of the corner of my eye. So sorry, what were you saying? You are thinking about building a PC in the near future?
Yeah. So I'm looking at. I think we would want to get like a mid or kind of lower tier, not low tier gaming. You know, because I know you could get like some really cheap components and get like an okay graphics card and be okay for like 1080p gaming.
Yeah.
But I consider that today. I guess that would be kind of low end. So I want something that can like just barely do like the 4K. You know, if we wanted to do it and do it at, you know, fairly respectable specs. I don't need like a graphics card.
I just have a GTX 1080, which, now that the 2080 Ri is out, or RTI 2080 is now out. The 1080s have really gone down in price.
Yeah, and that's so Nvidia. You said the GTX. You said that was what you had.
Okay, so GTX 1080, but then there's also the 1080 Ti, which is kind of the next step up, which I do not have. Okay, so mine's just a standard GTX 1080.
I think the lower end or mid tier or something. That's there was like the 1660, the Ti, or is that RTX or? I'm trying to remember all these things now. The ones that are like $300.
Yeah, the new generation are RTX. Okay. And yeah, 300. I'm not even sure if that'll get you an entry-level RTX.
As far as RTXs, because RTXs are like the high-end, or not the super high-end, but like
they're brand new.
They're like the more respectable ones. Because I'm thinking to get like a, you know, I'm not looking to spend $800 on a graphics card, but I think like $500 is probably, you know, hopefully I think I can get a good graphics card.
I would check out iBuyPower and buy like a clearance model with like room to upgrade. You might be surprised at what you get.
Okay. Because I'm thinking the ones that kind of have today's gaming in mind, playing today's games at like high-end specs, but not really future-proofing and putting like, because I don't need like ray tracing or anything like that. That's
right. As long as you have the ability to crack open the case and do some upgrade. I mean, that's what I did. Yeah. I bought like a very bare bones model with for the time a high-end graphics card, and saved a lot of money by, you know, not including a disk drive, and and mine didn't come with a wireless card. I just bought one like used and cheap off of Newegg and plugged it right in. So I ended up saving a lot of money that way.
Wait, so are you doing? Oh, you plugged it. Okay, so it is internal still. You're not doing like a USB.
No, I actually put one in there, but it cost me like, I think by taking it off, I saved like $100. And I think I paid like $20 for this thing used. So, like I said, there's ways to cut corners.
Okay. Yeah, and I definitely want to have it so that it's, you know, I can upgrade things in the future. So like, you know, get a respectable motherboard. As far as CPU, like, I know.
Well, motherboards are actually kind of dirt cheap these days, which is nice.
Yeah. And hard drives too. Obviously I want a solid state, but you can get like.
And that was another thing that I did. I don't
want a super cheap out. But you can get like $30-$40 for an okay solid state, and it's like, okay.
So one of the ways I saved money actually was doing an HDD as my primary, and that's 1 terabyte, and then I did a solid state drive with an extra 250 gig.
Okay. The solid state has your OS on it?
Yeah. So everything.
So you boot everything from the fast solid state.
Yes.
And then storage is on your large hard drive.
Right, yeah, and so that's a little bit slower, idea. But it doesn't bother me that much either. If I could make one change, like 2 years ago when I bought this machine, it would have been going with like a 2 or even 4 terabyte HDD, because that 1 terabyte goes fast if you're playing games.
Well, if you're playing games and you're also recording video and stuff. And
yeah.
We do this in 720p? So that's
usually, but like Resident Evil 2, we did in 1080, and we were averaging like between 15 and 20 gigs per episode.
Granted, are you serious?
Yeah. So
that's a lot more than I thought.
I do edit them.
I thought there would be like 4 or 5 gigs.
I do edit them, and there's some compression things that you can do with Movie Maker that lower the size of the file. But the raw recording was like 15 to 20 gigs, and then after editing, they were like 8 to 9.
Oh my god.
But our 720 ones tend to be 3 gigabytes hot off the press, and then like 1.5 gigabytes when I'm done editing.
Okay. Still, for 1080, that's crazy. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of. Is that the fan?
Yeah, it is. I just want to make sure that we were missing an item back there, or down here for that matter.
This place is a little big, and I feel like that there's like 2 hidden items here at least.
Is that right? Well, we can come back though. We can come back after after everyone's not pissed at us anymore, correct?
Yeah, you can. And nice, good going.
Okay. Oh, but here we go. Tight. Sweet.
Yeah, we can always come back with that ring that you get at Moleville, I think, where it does the little alarm when you're close to something.
Oh, is that right?
A room with one, yeah.
Nice. There we go.
But yeah, this weekend has been a lot of like kind of just looking at stuff, kind of just for fun, to see what's on sale and be like, ooh, this would be good, and going like on slick deals and stuff. And most of the stuff that goes on sale is like, it's okay.
So the Steam Summer Sale is coming up, just in June.
Yeah, honestly, and just in preparation for that, we might pick up some things, because I think Addie's pretty excited to start gaming on a PC. She definitely wants to play some things.
So speaking of Addie, when I spoke to her the other day, she said she was gonna bust your ass about
Sonic Mania, which I still haven't downloaded. I'm sure Steam is telling you every day. Yeah, I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, fucking do it. I think you've got like 2 days left before it gives me my money back.
It returns to you? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
That's why I've been getting on your case.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that.
I sent you that screenshot, remember?
I don't look at the stuff you send.
I don't look at that shit. Yeah, so, actually, dude, you don't even have to download it. Just accept it. Like, just put it in your library.
And that was the thing. It was just like, I'll accept it, but I'm not going to download this just yet, because I was trying to, I'm trying to get some pictures off of my old SD card from my old phone. And Windows 10 is shitting the bed every time I try to do it. And maybe some of the things are like corrupt or something, but it gets to a point, it's like it just can't do it anymore, you know. And sometimes I have success and I can go farther, and sometimes I can't. So it's really just a crapshoot, and I've kind of given up for now. I think a more powerful computer I could do it on, so I need to try it on another computer, but it's so frustrating. But where was I even going with that? What was I even talking about? Something about...
So PCs, then gaming, then Addie was excited, and then...
Oh, that's right. So I was deleting, because my partitions, I was starting to run out of memory. I had 30 gigs left or something. So I was like, let me delete some. I deleted most of the test movies we've done. Pretty much all I left was Illusion of Gaia and Super Metroid. But there was, 5 gigs worth of test movies. God, these guys are fat. But, really just ganging up on him.
Glad it was Bowser.
But, yeah. That didn't work, but anyway, yeah. I'm gonna be happy to kind of upgrade. I think once we get like a build a tower PC, I'll be using that a lot. And we're not really looking at monitors because I think we're gonna probably get a good TV. Yeah.
So it'll be your living room PC then. That'll be cool.
Yeah, I think so.
From what I heard too, it looks like Addie wants to join us when we finally record Sonic Mania.
Yeah, she does. So I'll probably be handing the controller to her sometimes.
Nice.
/ more than 50% of the time.
Sweet. Well, and that works out too because we could actually do that. I bet you your laptop could run Sonic Mania.
I think it could. Yeah, this crappy laptop, it probably could.
I mean, there is nothing. The 3D segments are kind of like Sega Saturn era 3D, so I don't think. Wait a minute, it's lag. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think Sonic Mania this PC could run. This laptop, but
yeah,
it's starting to show its age.
One way to find out.
At least 4 years old at this point, maybe 5 now.
It's really sad that is old for a device which costs $500 to $600.
Yeah, this was like I think over 500. It's like it's a HP Envy, which is like a good laptop for the time. But it's there's nothing special about it. It has a Core i5, which is like all right, it's like mid-tier. It's not has a good CPU.
Anymore, I'm convinced that you should just have a tablet for like portable like Word documenting and recording and stuff like that, and then just have a tower for your home PC that you could upgrade at any time.
Yeah, and like as far as a tablet, I'm thinking,
I mean, laptops are basically dead to me at this point.
They kind of are.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind having like the Razer Blade Stealth in my office. Like my actual like work office.
One of like a / gaming laptop, but even gaming laptops are not worth it because they're hard to upgrade.
Mm-hmm. They're almost impossible to upgrade.
They're very expensive for what you get.
Yeah.
I think you're right that it is.
You pay a lot for portability.
Power PC, and then go a little bit on the cheaper end. Either a Chromebook. A Chromebook is like an acceptable laptop, or get one of those, not a just a straight up tablet, but like one of those Microsoft Surface kind of tablets. Which is kind of like a Chromebook almost. It's like a cheap laptop.
Yeah.
Or like an iPad Pro with one of those rollout keyboards.
That's actually what
those things.
That's actually what I have, and I've never looked back. It works as like a portable office for me, and I like do my sermons off of it and things like that. And then you've seen my.
How do you like the keyboard?
I like it just fine. I mean,
I've seen your keyboard. It rolls up and everything, right? Or
it's part of the cover. And it gets the job done just fine.
Okay. All right.
It takes, like, I'm getting reused to my mechanical keyboard here at home now. So it's kind of weird when I unroll the iPad one and use that. Like, the spacing is different.
I gotcha.
But,
Ooh, a clicky-clacky keyboard, though. A nice mechanical keyboard is... I haven't had one of those in a while.
Oh, pick one up, man. They're so accessible these days.
I was at, Micro Center the other day. I'm lucky that we have one kind of close to it, because it's like, I don't know if you've been to like a Fry's Electronics or a Micro Center.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's a Fry's in Indianapolis, and every time we go up to the lake, it's really the only time of year that we visit there, and I just...
It's almost like if Newegg had a store.
I know, it's
sometimes
so great.
It's great. Micro Center's the same way.
Honestly, I could just, like, walk around in there all day and just waste time.
I think so, too.
Maybe that would be a fun, like, live episode of Play... Oh, shit, that was bad. Well, got the job done.
Killed a lot of dudes.
we could totally, we've talked about occasionally doing, like, almost like a vlog episode of Play the Hits where we're somewhere live and we just dick around and kind of be nostalgic. Fry's Electronics would be a great place for that.
That'd be a fun one, yeah. Or not Fry's, but Micro Center's where... Eddie got she has an iPad Pro, like the last year's model. Yeah. And it was like not quite a year after it came out, and it was like 700 something.
Ooh.
And it was just like, damn, that's...
Oh, did she get the big one?
Oh yeah, it's the 10-inch, so not the biggest one, but the second biggest.
Okay, so I think mine's a 9.4? I could be wrong, but mine... What did I pay for mine?
No,
I don't think
yours,
it was 700.
Starting with last year, The regular iPad, you can use the pencil with it. So I don't know if you have one that uses a pencil or not. But
yeah. Oh. Yeah, so I actually have the pencil. It's kind of nice for nice. Okay, so we're getting rid of something. Releases allies battle power during battle. Okay.
I think most people don't really need the Pro. She wanted the Pro just because she does a lot of Adobe stuff. But I think for most people's purposes, now that the regular iPad, I think, starting with the 2018 model, uses the pencil, most people don't need a Pro. Yeah. The regular one runs just fine too. It's plenty powerful. But so she got a Pro, and I think it's the 10-inch, whatever the second largest one is, and it's pretty.
Well, so I got kind of the first. Smooth. I got the first generation iPad Pro. I think they came out with the second model of iPad Pro after the one that I got. I could be wrong though, so maybe that's why hers was a bit more expensive. But
it was like, I think it was like $900 or something when it first came out, or maybe more.
Wow, that's savage. I gotta say though, I really enjoy mine. Like it does everything that I need it to do, and it's very reliable, very fast, and And there's the portability factor, and the fact that it kind of feels like something from like Star Trek that we saw when we grew up.
Seriously.
I mean,
and I was surprised of how light they are. Mm-hmm. They are the lightest tablets except for, I guess like a super small tablet, but for how big they are, they're light.
And they are powerful too. Like I run a few games on it occasionally just to kill time, and it's impressive.
What do you usually take with you? Like because you say sometimes you watch Netflix and stuff at the gym. Do you take your iPad to the gym? Or
no, I just use my phone for that. I'm not risking the iPad on a treadmill.
Yeah, I got. And you still use iPhone, right?
What's that?
You still use iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason for that is, back when the iPods were first coming out, I got one as a graduation gift, and so all of my music is on iTunes. And at this point, like, that's kind of all I know. So
it's really, it's hard to switch. And I get it. Like, Addie was thinking, like, oh, maybe I go. She's been iPhone ever since I've met her, and she was thinking about, oh, maybe I get like a Pixel 3 as like my next phone, or a Pixel, and she was saying, like, the Pixels, there's a lot of issues with them, especially recently with the 3, with just the combination of software and hardware. There's something that's up, and it's really like killing the battery and making the phone sluggish. Like, they're literally slower than the Pixel 2s, and the batteries are a lot worse.
That stinks.
But number 2, it's just switching from all, like, again, all the music on iTunes,
right?
And just all of your stuff being connected with Apple. And I imagine it's kind of hard, and all your apps wouldn't be there. But she's so cool with like just doing like a clean start. Yeah, it's just like, I couldn't do it. I want everything most of my stuff to transfer over.
Yeah.
Oh, she's weak to fire, I think.
Is she?
Yeah, maybe. I think she is. I think I think the Ultra Flame, or if Mario knows it, or if Super Flame at least would get her.
Okay. Glad we took the B-Tub ring off Peach.
Seriously.
Okay, let's try Super Flame and see what happens.
So what did it was like 40 something for the jump?
60, and I nailed it. Oh shit, Max, you lied.
What the hell? I lied.
You lied so bad.
I was so wrong.
Alright, well, I guess we'll just kill her slowly. I feel like people are really going hard for Peach. Or is that just me?
They know what's up.
They know what's up.
See, there's like a speedy healer now. They can't have that.
Yeah, shit, dude. She wants Peach dead.
Oh, dude.
So anyways, going back to the original topic before moving on to the next one, really do check out iBuyPower. See what they have just in the bargain bin. And the nice thing about that is, even with the bargain bin ones, you can still customize them at checkout.
What do they sell? Just like all computer components, like all computer components?
No. So it's a series of prefab PCs, but there's a build tool, and you have it's like building it yourself, only they assemble it for you and take all the headache out, and then they ship it to you. So they have like pre-made ones, but then as you're like purchasing, you have the option to like trade in all sorts of things. And the cool thing about the tool that they have on their website is that it actually shows you the price difference in real time. So it's like switching from this case to this case is going to add $100, or this one's removing the hard drive and replacing it with the HDD is gonna save you $150. And so,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I definitely will visit it and just see how that is, because we can always change our minds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at the very least,
we want to build it ourselves.
At the very least, what you could do is you could use their tool to kind of like build an ideal PC for like your setup, and then see what it would cost getting it from them, and then just go to Newegg and see what it would total out to the individual components and shipping.
Yeah,
and I think you're going to be surprised, because that's what I did, and I think I only would have saved like $60 if I had just gotten all the components and assembled them myself. And to me, that was not worth it. I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to have them send me a, well done PC.
Because there is the idea of like, oh, did I put this in like correctly all the way, and are these things all like, even if your computer is working, if there's something that's wrong, is that me?
Yeah, that's
is that
true.
Really
and
just a software thing?
They do warranty it as well, which is nice.
Because there's certain things, like even your graphics card or something, if it's not snapped in, and that's the thing about motherboards and pins, is like a lot of things don't snap. They just, it kind of, once it's on the pins,
glide in. Yeah.
It kind of just rests there, and it's like, is that in? Is that really in? And
I found that out with my wireless card, actually. I'm like, ooh, that feels like it should. It's like, oh god, I'm pushing way too hard. It's in.
Yeah, you're really used to that satisfying snap or click or something. And with building, it's not quite that way.
It kind of feels like when you insert a Nintendo Switch game, there is no satisfying,
oh, that's true. It's very spongy. And,
it is.
And disappointing.
Which is really the only disappointing thing I can say about the Switch.
Yeah, that's true. I'm liking, and I go kind of like days without playing my Switch, and then I come back and it's like, oh yeah, this is really, there's actually got a lot of indies on there, a lot of cool stuff, that I don't play, but I get them on sale.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's so many games I want to buy for the Switch, but Nintendo is awful about lowering the price of their games. Like, I would
especially
kill
the first
to
party
have
stuff.
The Bayonetta collection, but it's still $60.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen it below 50. But
Nintendo,
at this point, the moment it hits 40 or lower, I'm going for it.
Yeah, I think
I don't want to buy it used and missed out on Bayonetta 1.
Yeah, damn.
Better than
I own it on Wii U, the one that's you have 1 and 2.
Nice.
But at this point, it's like, first the Switch version is like, that's one of those ports that's like a lot better.
Yeah.
So I really want it on Switch, because they do 60 frames a second there. And 2, it's it's on Switch. I'm not gonna get out my Wii U anymore. It's it's done. It's packed away. So.
Yeah. The Wii U. There's some things I would pull out for, like emulating N64 games or something that now that's not gonna be a problem for us anymore, because I got my sexy box which will convert the picture for us.
The N64. Yeah, and actually I've heard the Wii U is one of the, right now at least, when it comes to just like build consoles and everything, is one of the best emulators out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty powerful.
I believe it. I mean, it ran Mario 64 perfectly for us. So that was nice.
Yeah, it's been a fun weekend of research and looking at TVs too, of course. And it's just like, man, I get excited for.
Dude, TVs have plummeted in price. You can get like a
even within a year.
You can get like a Samsung QLED, QLED or whatever it's called, for like $800 now. Like the cheapest I saw them last fall. Yeah, the cheapest I saw the QLEDs last fall during Black Friday was like $1,100.
Yeah, and those started like at 17, 18, like for the 55 inches and stuff.
Yeah, that's the one that I saw too at Best Buy, was a 55-inch QLED from last year's model, but who gives a shit? For $800. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like so much so that I was actually thinking about it. Like,
for me, I think I don't need too much of an upgrade. Like, honestly, for a TV, I'd be fine with a cheap TCL, but not the R series. I would want like the better, like S series that has the much better HDR. I think all the TCLs have like the HDR 10 plus, which is like kind of the standard for a lot of TV stations, but the Dolby HDR as well, which is hopefully what most of the, movie like Fox and Paramount and Universal will go towards at some point. Because HDR, 4K is important to me, of course. HDR, I think, is a little more important. So I do want good HDR.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the good TCL models, if you don't cheap out, because you can get like a 55-inch for like not much more than $300.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
If you get like an R series. But right now, if they're like not on sale whatsoever, the 55-inch S series is like $600.
Really?
And it's just, the lighting is a lot better, a lot brighter.
I was gonna say, like, I hate to be that kind of a rube, but I am sort of a videophile, and so I do love my Sony or Samsung ones.
Yeah, and Samsung, I think, is on top of the game right now.
Yeah, Samsung is really... I had a bad experience 3 years ago with a Samsung, but looking at their latest models, I'm pretty tempted. Yeah. Like, next time I upgrade, to go with them again.
Yeah, and I think the QLED. What is it? The QLED I'm taking? Yeah, I think QLED is like
QLED is beautiful.
Not necessarily like, it's not the greatest and most expensive, but I think it emulates like the best stuff with a different technology that is pretty much, it's just as good. It's just cheaper to make. I don't think there's any reason not to go with it if you're going to go with a Samsung. But for me, HDR is important, and so I want to get cheap, so I'm like, why not TCL? Especially if I buy it in store and I can take it back if there's something wrong with it, because people talk about, the panel lottery with TCL, like there's a 1 in 5 chance you're going to get a panel that's not that great, but it's like, well, I take it back and I can show them, hey, this is what's going on with it. So, but I don't know if I could buy online. I think I would have to do like a buy online in-store pickup kind of thing. I can't have a TV shipped to me. I'm way too paranoid.
Yeah.
But anyway, just thinking about that, getting like a nice TV, getting a good computer with it, oh my god, and then getting like, being able to do like, start buying the 4K Blu-rays and just testing, like I would love to get
I own like 2 or 3 4K Blu-rays, but haven't been able to watch any of them yet. I'm kind of gunning on Sony including a 4K Blu-ray with the PS5.
No, that's right.
I think they'd be foolish
not to. You can't just do a regular Blu-ray. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, but I was kind of shocked about
that they didn't do it with the
PS4 Pro. Yeah, I was like, guys, it's this isn't going anywhere. 4K is not a gimmick or anything like 3D basically is.
Yeah, like you literally built this console around it, so.
Yeah, for 4K gaming. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm excited. Of course, I still got my credit card to pay off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, a lot of these like pie in the sky upgrades are probably gonna come when Sarah and I are closer to paying off student loans, because like right now, so much of our budget just goes to destroying the loans. And then once those are done, 1, we'll be able to put a hell of a lot more away towards retirement, but then 2, we'll actually have a good amount to just kind of put away each month for traveling and kind of big home purchases.
Kind of a big thing. It's like you're putting so much towards that every month. When you're done, it's like, okay,
like we're sitting on like an extra $1,500 a month now. What do we do with it,
dude?
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but student loans are fucking horrible.
Yeah, the system is goddamn broken. It really is.
And that is something that's tough, because I literally do hear that from people I love and respect, that it's just like, oh yeah, you'll take care of it, like we took care of it. Every generation has their different...
like when you took care of it. It's just not.
It's like every generation has their hardships. It's like, that's true. I get that, but this is very different.
Right.
Like,
this is something that was forced on us just to, be on the same like playing field as you guys were 30 years ago when you entered into a much more stable job market. Seriously. It's truthfully not fair.
Like it's not like there's no reason that people are waiting years longer to own a house. Like on average, like most people, as far as like the boomers go, early 20s, they were owning property. Yeah, that's not really possible. Or, unless you're lucky, or, it's tough. Not saying it's impossible, but it's a lot harder.
It's certainly. I mean, we have to budget pretty carefully in the Beck household. So
yeah. But I do remember this is. Don't you all have to rush the door at once or something?
Yeah, you're right. Queen Valentina.
What's with Mario? He's just like, I'm not here.
And then the boss fight is Valentina and the dodo bird, right?
And the bird, yeah.
Yeah. I don't recall that one being exceptionally hard. I think she can boost his attack, which is.
I don't know why I thought this fat Koopa Troopa was going to be like smarter than the others and talk to you or something. You could negotiate with him. No, he's just another fat ass.
Sup, motherfucker? You want to get through this door?
He seemed like he was in a position of importance in front of the doors, but no.
His only distinction is his willingness to eat his own ilk.
My student loans, I am under $1,000. I am almost done.
Dude, nice.
And let's see. So payday was a few days ago on Friday. I haven't yet, but it's like I'm not gonna pay them off this time. But I'm really tempted to just fuck it and just pay it all off right now.
Nice.
But I think maybe the next paycheck I'll put a little bit towards it, and maybe one, the next one I can do that and have a cause to celebrate.
I was gonna say, dude, the fact is, you're still like 32. No, not even 32, and you're gonna have them paid off. I mean, there are people our age who are gonna be well into their 50s before they get them paid off, if they ever do.
Oh my god!
And
you think about some of the people who the cost of, because nursing school was obviously sort of expensive, but it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
And I was in the low 30s when as far as the money when I graduated. It was just like, okay, that's not the worst not the worst thing. But some people, they go on like you think about people going to med school, know, and doctors make good money, but there's some specialties, that like general medicine, general practice that really don't,
right.
and or even like what do you call it, pediatrics, stuff like that. That's like the money's not, fantastic compared to what the education is. Right. And the loans, you have a lot of people coming out with like $500,000 in debt, things like that, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Heart palpitations just thinking about it. Like I came out of my master's degree with about $30,000, maybe like $29,000 that I owed. Which, I'm still going to be paying off for a little bit yet, because Sarah and I split it evenly, but she got fleeced. Her dad basically didn't understand how the loans worked, and like what the high interest and low interest ones were, and it was, and she didn't even know about it. She just kind of trusted that her bank and her dad had it under control.
Taken care of,
Yeah, and no, not so much.
That's horrible.
So, but I mean, it's nothing. It's certainly not in the six figures, but it's substantially higher than mine. But yeah.
And I just think about, I know every situation's different, but I look at high school graduates, right? Kids who are just turning 18 and having to sign these promissory notes and stuff. And
oh, dude, that fucking sucks, man.
They don't know any better.
No.
It's like, oh, they should. And a lot of them, they do have like parental help and stuff, but a lot of them don't.
Like I said, sometimes the parents don't know better either.
That's true. But it's like, I feel like my parents, I think they would have helped if I was like in trouble and I needed it. They would have. But I think I'm also happy that they were like, okay, it looks like you got this. You can take care of this. I worked my way through school and I enjoyed it. Because I was lucky to have a pretty good warehouse job that was
nice.
Kind of mindless.
I had a mindless job too. I was a grocery store stock boy. But my dad made me a deal. Like, I didn't take high school seriously at all. But then when it dawned on me that I was gonna actually have to pay most of my own way through college, I applied for like I didn't have like one. I had a decent grades scholarship, like certainly not the best one they offered, but a decent one. But then I wrote every single essay I could and applied for every like $200, $400 for one semester like scholarships, and they all added up. And so my dad saw what I was doing, and he made me a deal. He said if I took college seriously and kept my grades up to the point where I wouldn't lose any financial aid, then he would pay for half of my tuition. And
nice,
so,
that's a good deal.
Yeah, so it ended up being about $4,000 to $5,000 per semester, but I was only responsible for $2,000 of that.
That's good.
Which was, even with my mundane $400 a paycheck job, was more than enough to.
It's manageable. Yeah, as community college, right? And that's what I did for 2 years.
No, it wasn't community college. It was actually Defiance College, which was local. It was a small liberal arts school, like I said,
that's my fault. I keep thinking Defiance College is community college in my mind.
Like I said, I just applied my ass off for every like minor little scholarship I could, and I got a good number of them because no one else applied. I mean, it was kind of funny. Like, hey, you're the only one who did this, so we don't even need to review you. You've got it if you want it. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Nice.
I'll take your $250. Sweet.
Right? Why not?
But dude, when I think about getting by on $800 a month, man, those were simpler times, man.
That's true.
And I had an apartment. I was, a good portion of every paycheck was going aside to do tuition and books. And so,
here's the thing. It's like, I know you have more responsibilities these days. Like you have a family, you have kids, the mortgage, you have all this other stuff. But at the same time, I feel like I feel like when we were making that kind of money, we did stretch it more.
For sure.
That's right. You're able to just get him with the star.
I didn't though.
Oh. You were so close.
I was so close.
You were like an inch away from him. Whatever. Not too bad. Yeah.
That's it.
Damn it. But I remember eating a lot of ramen, not eating out like all the time, not as much as I do now for sure. I mean,
or if I did, it was dollar menu all the way.
Yeah, or Taco Bell dollar menu or something like that.
Or order an appetizer as an entree.
It's funny to think that I had better spending habits as a college student.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Than I do now. It's so weird.
Well, it's funny because pastors aren't exactly rolling in the dough. Like, depending on the church you go to, I don't want to talk any kind of trash about my position because, like, my church is incredibly supportive of pastors, and so I make money, but where it really is nice is benefits, health insurance and things like. Wow, he didn't even try.
Yeah, he's a chump.
Yeah, so basically, I don't have to worry about health insurance. They do like one of the almost like a Cadillac package for health insurance. It's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did she just learn her offensive move?
Did she? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, her bomb one?
I think so. Yeah, the bomb one, which actually isn't bad at all.
I'm going for it. Here you go, Peach.
All right, why not?
Boost your attack a little.
She's not a bad attacker either.
No, she's
It's crazy.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure she's better than Mallow.
Oh, yeah. By the time she gets the frying pan, she sure is.
Oh, yeah.
There's my lazy shell. Mario's face, that motherfucking... Yeah. Woo. Well, they really pile that on, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a fucker.
You can get like 2 of those right now, can't you? Or there's some other weird thing you gotta do to get some of those.
Is that right?
Yeah, but one level, you're right, is the lazy shells. Yeah. Lazy shell armor and weapon.
Right. And the lazy shell weapon, armor, if I'm not mistaken, it gives you no magic defense, but it like almost perfects your physical defense. It's like
a crazy defense, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not the best armor. I think something more rounded is good, but the weapon.
It's really great for the Jinx fight though, because he's all physical.
Jinx.
The little dude in Monster Town.
Oh yeah. It's good thinking.
Yeah, so I usually put that on Bowser since he seems to have a grudge against him, and just let Bowser do all the work. Arrgh!
Dude, I was a dumbass. My first semester of college ever, was because I didn't apply to scholarships or anything. I think it was being a minority basically, and just
nice
ACT scores and stuff. They're like, here's some money, like for in a state school, that I got some good money, and I realized
what is with her tits?
I don't know.
Freaking family friendly Super Nintendo game.
It's just a weird ass avatar here.
It is.
She looks nothing like, and she's a lot bigger. This is like something you would see in Final Fantasy.
Oh my god!
Where she's a lot bigger.
Bowser's just going one-on-one with this fucker. All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
You picked the wrong one, asshole.
This is an interesting fight.
It is.
You don't even finish this fight right here. It kind of switches back and forth or something.
Yeah, I think you beat this guy with Bowser, and then you regroup.
And then he rejoins. Okay. But yeah, instead of being like, you know what, maybe I should get out of this or something, I was just like, nope. I hated it. I didn't like my classes, and it was a stressful time, and I just like failed a few of my classes and basically lost everything.
Oh, wow.
That's when I went to community college. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the community college was good because it was cheap, and it was a good way to get, once I realized, you know what, nursing is what I wanted to do, figure out what the requirements were at the 4-year, and get them. Now the community college I went to was Waubonsie Community. It was cheap, dude.
Yeah.
It was like $61 per credit hour or
That's
something.
Nice. Yeah. So Defiance was it wasn't quite that cheap, but it was definitely a huge savings over a big university. Like even if I had gone to Toledo or like Ohio Northern or something like that, or I'm sorry, OU instead of OSU, it still would have been substantially more.
Yeah. Yeah, the prices for these like big name, and the ones that like have huge
I'm sorry,
classes.
but her tits. I mean, every time you hit her, look at this. Watch this.
Pay attention.
Look at this shit. My God. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
No, it's just
holy
tuitions
tits,
are ridiculous.
Those are some tig old bitties. Yeah, tuition is a shit. Yeah.
And that's like going in state, That was like, I remember Purdue was one of the schools I got accepted to, and that was just Indiana, so one state over, and it was going to be like $40,000 because I was out of state. It's like,
oh, mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck, dude.
Yeah, there's no way, and all the scholarships disappeared because it was out of state, so it's just like, we don't care about you.
Yeah, that was a nice thing. Well, in my freshman year, too, I actually stayed living at home to save even more money, and so, like, my first year, I was practically free, so that was nice.
I know some friends of mine who are nurses, who've done, like, traveling nursing, and usually you get a stipend for, to live somewhere, to help with the apartment or wherever you're going to be. And one of them was like, it was in Rockford. It was like 30 minutes away from where they were living already. But it was like it was far enough away that they still got a stipend to like get an apartment or something. And that's just money in the bank. You just cash, and it was like $1,100 a month or something like that.
Dude,
it was like, damn,
tight.
That's awesome. Just on top of the salary you're getting.
I don't know what I would do with $1,100 extra a month. My God, I would get that TV. Like I would not be frugal with it.
Like,
Max, apparently
Chris is gonna get the things he deserves now.
Yeah, right. Apparently you've stopped watching us on Twitch, by the way.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, it says I'm the only one in the room.
My chat is still.
Oh, unless we did have another visitor who was just listening to us ramble on. But it says only one viewer in the channel right now.
Well, my chat is hidden on the your breath error.
Ah, there you go. So you're actually not there.
Sometimes I feel like, and I feel bad because the Addie's laptop, I bought it, so I feel kind of personally responsible for it sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it has some bloatware and stuff on it, but sometimes I feel like the thing is, I don't know, it does some weird things.
Yeah.
And today the network adapter wasn't working.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, okay, this can't connect to the internet, and I tried troubleshooting. It's like, oh, you can't troubleshoot, you're not allowed to. I'm like, what? So I go to the control panel, and it's like error 43, where it's like, Windows turned this off because something's wrong with it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so, seriously.
Enabling it and disabling and enabling it did the trick, but it's, I don't know. Again, laptops are. I'm like you said. I think getting like a nice tablet with a keyboard. If you're just gonna be watching Netflix and YouTube and doing simple things, checking your email, tablets are the way to go. I feel like.
Yeah, and like I said, that's what I do. I have the Microsoft Office suite, so it saves everything, all my files to the cloud, and I can access them from my iPad anytime I want. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I said, it really is just like my portable office. It's nice.
Microsoft's gotten with the times. That's good. So there's like an Office cloud.
You do have to download all of the Office things as like individual apps, but it's not hard. But yeah, I'm really happy with my work setup. It's nice.
Do you find yourself using anything aside from work? Do you ever use like spreadsheets or anything like that?
Yeah, I have one or two Excel spreadsheets. Most of them just kind of like tracking visitation, illness, funerals, things like that.
Okay.
But mostly just Word documents and PowerPoints for like Bible studies and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, and even then, like until recently, we didn't use a lot of PowerPoint. We actually upgraded the tech setup in the classrooms at the church. I was kind of responsible for supervising that over the last year, and so we got like these nice, like low throw projectors and things like that. So. Yeah, that's naturally, cool. Bible studies now have a lot more PowerPoint involved to make good use of our money, and we're also doing a few DVD series. So
nice.
Just to make our investment worthwhile.
Elementary school, what was it? The overhead projectors with those clear sheets that you would like put a marker on them.
Yeah, right. Those were great, and we would all just use them for shadow puppets when the teacher wasn't looking.
Yeah.
That was great. Good times, man. We're so fucking
it was
old.
Good times. We are old.
Well, so we were joking. Like I was saying, like my iPad, it really feels like something out of Star Trek. But for instance, my son, he knows how to use it just as well as I do because he's actively growing up with it.
Yeah.
Like to you and me, like this is still like the future is now, and this is just like what the fuck is the big deal,
Yeah.
Why should we be impressed with this?
I also wonder, kids his age, like, are they? I'm sure they are. Technology is just, expanding a mile a minute.
It's more built in. Like, it's way more.
When
built
are they going to have that
everyday.
moment?
Yeah.
For me, it's
It'll probably be like the flying car for them. Yeah. Holy shit, a car that flies. And then their children will be like, with like 80 million gallons of gas, it flies.
It's crazy.
Remember when you were using fossil fuels, Dad?
It's not like made a big deal of, when it comes to like, when are we going to get self-driving cars? And it's like, we kind of already do.
Yeah, they like actually exist. They're not perfect.
And how is that not being screamed everywhere like all the time? Like, I find that amazing. Well,
because there are industry stalwarts who are actively fighting against those kind of cars, which kind of sucks.
Stalwarts, yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
Addie took an Uber the other day. It was a Tesla that picked her up.
Dude.
And she was like, man, this feels like it's right out of the future. Like, it does have the, driving assist and stuff.
I have not sat in a Tesla yet. I am excited to, though.
I would love to get, like, one of the, even though, because Teslas, they're, missing some of the features unless you, like, pay more money to get them. Yeah. But there's some entry-level Teslas that are, like, 30,000 or a little above 30,000.
I'm thinking, my next car, at the very least, is going to be a hybrid.
That's what I was thinking too.
I actually just paid off my current car last year, so I'm going to ride that bad boy into the ground. But once once it is in the ground, then I'm going either electric or, like I said, at the very least hybrid, because I'm not going to keep paying $3.50 a gallon for gas or whatever it's going up to next.
Yeah, dude, but it's crazy. Some of the features that they're putting into them now, like that they don't even like. There's the things like self-park that has been in cars for a while. But
rear view, backup cams and things like that. That's still all new to me.
But then there's the things like the Tesla has, where it's like, hey, in a parking garage, it'll come find you by itself. It's like, what? Sweet. Or the ones that you can, from an app, tell it to go park somewhere else. So if you're like running on a meter, it's like, find another parking spot somewhere close by in this block, and it'll do it by itself.
That's awesome.
It's nuts.
Well, hey, the future is indeed now, but unfortunately also now is the end of this episode. So, Max, we'll see you next time on Play the Hits when we get the lazy shell and dive headfirst into a volcano.
All right, buddy. See you then.
See you then.